Oh, goodness. Pardon me. All right. Old person time to do meds. Because I've just gone through the whole thing. Empty. All right, there we go. An extra for me today. Good morning, Carjan X. Good morning, Nick. Hopefully, y'all are doing all right. Wow, I can't even get my meds into the containers. That's how I'm doing so far this morning. Ooh, I'm running out of my combined vitamins, so I've got to go get some more. And kind of sucks because the one place that carries the one that I like is Target. So I have to see if I can replace that at CVS or if I have to go and spend like, I don't know, five whole dollars at Target. Hey, Leah, good morning. Okay, let's see here. Oh, I never updated the vertical stream for this scene. That one, that one, that one. I can do that later though. I'm not worried about it right now. Uh-oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I've got to go get another bottle open of this. Okay, let me grab that. So I did cheat. I did like scoop the coffee and got everything else prepped ahead of time because I knew that this would take me the most time to do because I am not an efficient pill sorter person thing. I don't know, whatever. There we go. Okay. That's all set. Those are all set. I will pour the water and get the coffee brewing and then get myself some water so I can take my meds. Hey, Mermaid Jeans, welcome on in. Oh, we can add a little more because I've got the big mug today. So a little more coffee, especially on a day like today where it is cold. Uh, hey, Chris, welcome on in. I'm not going to yell at you like Laura Thock, but I hope that your classes were good. Yeah, well, I don't talk about the show much on social media because fuck CBS. I am enjoying it. Let's see, Leah, going on an excursion. Yeah, that makes sense. And I need to think about today what I want to do if I want to do anything at all, because it's got to happen. It's got to happen basically during the daylight hours of today. Hey, Jory, welcome on in. It's got to happen during the daylight hours of today because once nighttime hits, which right now nighttime hits at basically like 5:15. Um, but yeah, our evening is when the storm is set to hit, and who knows what we're going to be able to do for the next day or two. But I did a lot of shopping ahead, and I'm mostly prepared for stuff. Hey, Brindleton Bay, welcome on in. Um, like I've got things I can make. Um, I the only thing I don't really do, I didn't really have is sorry. I don't have like a lot of wine or spirits in the house right now, which that's just how I'm doing. Like it's more fun to go and enjoy a happy hour with my friend where we nerd out about everything. Um, Even the bartender was like, "I thought like I'm a nerd, but y'all are like nerds." Um, and yeah, right now with the state of the world, having a ton of booze in my house is not the healthiest move. So I might get a bottle of wine though, because it's the weekend. But that excursion has to be today because we don't know when we're going to actually start getting the precipitation. Um, oh, I forgot cream, or not cream, well, oat milk. I forgot my oats milks. And yeah, today's just going to be PowerWash Simulator because it's a it's like cooking. It's a low and slow day. It's like low energy, slow life morning. Um, all right, hold, shut up. So that's pretty much what today is going to be about. Okay, so let me let the coffee sit for like another second or two, and then I will get my pills. Okay. Um, and I agree with you regarding. I agree with you regarding like. I mean, fans in general have, and I think I've said this twice now. Fans in general, and I understand, but I don't think they realize how much they do themselves a disservice when they let the loudest voices either just repeat, you know, gross manosphere talking points, or they watch every series, but they don't put on their lens of, I like this fictional universe, but I really only like this fictional universe when it replicates the one show or movie that I really like. And if something comes out that doesn't do that, then it sucks for me. And at that point, then stop watching the new shit. Like, this is not going to be the show for you. And that's okay. There's no one coming for your nerd cred if you don't like the new version of the whatever. But if all you're doing for any new Trek show coming out is saying, oh my God, it sucks, well, let me explain to you this little thing called Star Trek Enterprise, AKA Star Trek. They tried it because we were like, oh, we're bereft of Star Trek. We're so happy Star Trek is coming back. And then Enterprise was an interesting time of history to choose. It had a, it had a pretty cast for the time. It had Scott Bakula in it doing a semi-nude scene in the beginning. So we were like, oh, okay. And then the show just didn't find its way. I think it was the first one that didn't, that had planned out more seasons, but just never hit them. But it's still Star Trek. So elements of it still come up in other shows. Um, Star Trek Discovery had the biggest nod to Enterprise, which also, like we're never. I don't think we're ever going to get back the 7 seasons, even even with our limited number of episodes that we're doing. We're never getting back the 7 seasons, and it would be nice, um, but I doubt it. However, this new show is, yeah, it's like, hey, Esoterica, and hey, Steven. It's like sexy teens in Starfleet space, you know? I appreciate right now that they're doing a really good job of being like sexy without horny. So we are getting like our little teen drama romance for Starfleet for a Star Trek show. Um, I think Holly Hunter is a delight, and I think Gina Yashere is amazing. Um, I don't necessarily need the Doctor back, but I understand why. And yeah, the show is, it's nice and it's goofy and it's dumb. You know, like it's nice and it's goofy and it's dumb, and that's the thing for it. Hey, Kiwi, welcome on in. The Starfleet Academy episodes do be long. Okay, I am actually impressed as to how long those episodes are. They do have quite the runtime, and I don't know if that is something that is planned to change, or if that's, because I got to say, I did watch the first three. You know what? We can do this. We can do this in the other room because my coffee here is done. So I will see you in the other room very shortly. Um, yeah. I Do we do a watch party? Do we do a watch party in Discord of Starfleet Academy? I don't know. Maybe. But I will see you in the other room. And I thought I had words and I don't, so I'll see you there. Bye. I almost started without the microphone again because that's how I do. Um, but hey, Delkin, and hey, Rainbow Blob, welcome on in. Oh, come here. Sit down. All right, get situated. Let's see here. Anyone is more than welcome to join my Discord, but you don't have to feel like. I mean, we're all in like a million Discords, so don't feel like you need to join the Discord. It's totally fine. But yeah, every now and then I will. I feel bad because I don't have a schedule for this because everyone is in so many different time zones, and even putting on like a movie is an hour and a half to 2 hours. So sometimes I'm just like, hey, I'm hanging out and I'm going to put a movie on. And if enough people come in, like I'll restart it or something. But otherwise, yeah. So yeah, Holly Hunter stars in the new series. And as the school chancellor, aka captain, like chancellor it is technically a rank. The people working, oh god, no, not the hobbits. Not them. Anything but that. Um so yeah, they have positions of authority, but as to whether they are like Starfleet commissioned like ranks or they are specifically within the confines of a school. Hey Celestian, welcome on in. And thankfully they're also they're not doing like boarding school drama, thankfully. So yeah. Pardon me. Yes. So yeah, they were. So the premise of Starfleet Academy is that this happens in the future. In the future, Well, oh, whoops, I forgot to change my captions. I'm talking on the wrong mic. So yeah, this takes place in the future and far-flung future. And what happened was there was a major catastrophic event in the Star Trek universe in the future, and it was called the Burn. And what happened was, at the time the burn happened, any ship that was actively using, basically actively at warp or actively drawing on the dilithium crystals in its warp core went kablooey. And after that, anything that was used, like the point of dilithium is the specific way, it's so dumb. I'm trying to explain this like it's a real thing. It's not. But the whole point is that dilithium crystals are used to basically, it's almost like the M-cron crystal. Like, it's their specific kind of configuration that allows us to use them for energy. Well, they weren't doing that anymore. Hey, Big Fuss, welcome on in. They weren't doing what they usually did, which meant that there was no more warp anything. You could not go, you had basically sublight travel everywhere, which meant that the main deal of Starfleet is their connectivity. The reason that the Federation works is because these worlds can be at each other's doorstep within hours. And all of a sudden, they weren't able to do that. Hey, Tanya. So the galaxy, the quadrant, the whatever, because we're not sure exactly. I mean, they have access. So we're still Alpha Quadrant, I guess. But everyone just started to throw up. They were like, oh, okay, well, we can't rely on the Federation showing up. So we have to fend for ourselves. And crime syndicates rose and new lines were drawn. And this is the far, 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 far flung future. So also, the species that we know, planets have allied. They have, like, species have started making more hybrids. And Starfleet Academy is coming at a point when Starfleet, the Federation, is just starting to get back on its feet, because Discovery came in and helped out with the burn, and they've started rebuilding. So what's interesting to me about it is this is us watching the Federation invest in its future. And it's saying, we are asking these kids from all of these worlds who have faced who knows what kind of hardship, or in some cases not. You know, some of them are spoiled rich kids. We're asking them to come here and be the actual next generation. And it's kind of fascinating because, yeah, some people want to be there. Some people don't. Some people don't know what they're doing there. Some people, you know, it's going to be about everybody finding themselves. We're definitely going to get some little spotlight flashback episodes for the characters because we don't know a lot about them yet, but they are doing a really good job of telling and showing. So I'm liking it so far, and I will see where it goes. But also fuck CBS Paramount because, ugh. Okay, coffee good. Temperature in here is good. My nose is sniffly and drippy, so if it gets really bad, I will go and do a big blowy. Yeah, today is PowerWash Simulator. Oh, I remember what I was going to say is I started, speaking of like episode length, I started watching The Beauty on FX and Hulu. And that's interesting. Yeah, that's interesting. So no, Alien Traveler, I am, after TikTok's US update, and after they were very, very, very specific about how much information they consider us providing them, in addition to the fact that they ramped up their
they ramped up their location. So it was just like they would know your general location. Now they know your precise location when you're using the app. Using, not even uploading, just browsing. But yeah, there was a lot in the updated terms of service and the updated privacy policy that I was like, this is too much. This is too much. So yeah, if you are not in the US, this may not affect you. So, because the US had issues with China, and then of course, when the US got the app, they went ahead and just were worse. It's also been given to a little conglomerate of billionaires, one of which is based in the United Arab Emirates, which I don't really understand how that means the US owns it if they're in the UAE. But also part of that conglomerate is like Oracle, Larry Ellison, who's a piece of shit. So it is exhausting. It's just exhausting. And I'm bummed because I was I'm not gonna say I was doing well on TikTok, but the line was going up analytics wise. And it was nice to have that as part of my habitual thing. You know, like, oh, post to TikTok, post to Instagram, post to YouTube, and post to Blue Sky. And yeah, so it kind of sucks, but that's 2 social media platforms that I'm like, if you require me to be on them, I'm not going to be there. That's all I got. And I guess it's coming full circle for me because I could never get the username I wanted on TikTok anyway. So I guess I'll just be out. Yeah, I'll still be posting on Instagram and Blue Sky. And also, I'm taking a break from the walks because it's cold. Like, I'm not even going to the gym. I am letting my winter body do what it do to stay warm and fluffy. So I'm enjoying my winter coat, if you will. And then come spring, I will be back at it. Because what I always used to do when I was far more, I'll say unhealthily obsessed with my weight, is I would always be like, quote unquote, skinny in winter. And that is not comfortable. That just sucks. So I was like, nah, I'm gonna be fluffy this winter. I'm gonna hibernate. I'm gonna go, and not going full on fat bear week, but I'm just gonna be like, yeah, nah, I can take a break. Yeah, it felt like negative digits. It felt like a negative single digit. It is a positive single digit. And it's just like, yeah. More like fat cub week. See, that's the week. That is definitely the name of a week in Wilton Manors or Palm Springs. I guarantee you. If you know what either of those things meant, congrats, you're queer. So yeah, today we'll do that. But yeah, I won't be doing the live streaming. I won't be engaging with TikTok. I will not be trying to stream to TikTok. Also, the technical aspect of that was interesting because the TikTok live studio. So if anybody like wants to talk about that, I will happily share my experiences. I just won't be using it anymore. It was a bit of a resource hog. And that's what I discovered when we tried to play Ga, is that the 3 just could not exist at the same time because I had OBS Studio, the video game, and the TikTok app, which I was sending video to, and it was just a no. So that's a nah. I will keep doing the vertical thing though. So if you're watching on the mobile, you can flip it and see me vertical. What I find interesting about that is I still like that. If you make a clip while I'm doing the dual format streaming, it's automatically saved in the vertical format. So you don't have to do any editing of it if you don't want to. And I'm recording both of them, and Twitch will hold on to the vertical VOD for like 7 days. It'll hold on to your regular VOD for the length of time that it's going to hold on to it, depending on your affiliate partner, whatever level. But the vertical VOD disappears after like 7 days. So if you want it, either download it or record it yourself from your end. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just recording it myself, which now means I have like double the video for every stream, and it's kind of silly. And I don't really need the vertical layout myself, because when I chop up my own stuff, I do a different layout for clips than I do for stream. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, if you will. My friend just sent me a message that it's cold. And I'm like, yeah, it is. And he's like never cold. So yeah, it's cold. He has a very minimalist apartment, so he doesn't have a lot of like coverings or drapery or anything. And he's like, it's cold, and I'm like, yeah, it is. Sure as hell is. So yeah, so today is just PowerWash Simulator, and we'll get through stuff. I didn't look to see if I should be chasing any achievements yet. I like to finish the map first, and then I go back and look for the achievements. I'll have to do a little bit of the masking. I'm pointing like you can see my vertical layout. You can't, but I need to do a little masking, so I'll bring the progress bar and stuff to the top, and yeah, so let me go do that. Let's boop. I'm over here now, and start the game. I was playing some more Chimney Tiny Army yesterday, and it was a lot of fun. It's still quite fun. I was able to finally defeat the first boss. And then I will say the only thing I didn't like is the first level is like 10 minutes, and the next level basically has an additional boss. So you have to go the first 10 minutes, and then I guess there's another 10 minutes, and I was like, I didn't really have a 20-minute playtime invested. I was like, I just wanted a 10-minute map, so we'll see. But yeah, I need them to get over, like, can we get over this frickin' AI memory storage bubble thing? Hey, Kosim, welcome on in. AI memory storage bubble bullshit stuff, because I'm tired of all this. It needs to not. Okay, so I've got a few things to do over here. So yeah, on the vertical, I would show you I guess I can't show you my OBS, because then you'll get the weird, where's my PowerWash Simulator mask? 1 second. I've lost my image masks. Hello, where'd they go? Oh, you're there. Okay. Don't mind me. I'm silly. There we go. There it is. PWS mask. Okay. All right. Reset, transform. This is the kind of thing that I probably should have done beforehand, and I didn't. Okay, first off, you stay there, and... I think we'll just do that. We won't worry about that. We won't worry about the nozzle. Nozzle. Yeah, we'll just stick that. So if you're watching on vertical, you'll see a little circle and like a bar at the top of the screen. That's going to be the status of the level that we're at. And yeah, I don't remember where we were. But yeah, they are getting at the, I mean, it's just, I mean, yeah, there's my drift. We're at the you're not nice enough to us level. You know, that's where we are like, oh, people just need to be more positive about this. People need to not like bring down the vibe on this stuff. And it's like, really? That's what we're doing. We're now saying if only you were nicer to the software and the crap, then we'd be like, really? Okay. All right. Cool. So let's see. Where were we? Start washing. The farm. Finally sending me to a farm upstate. I'm kidding. Don't. That's not. I'm kidding about that. Annie Mall. Annie Mall. Oh my god. Because it's a farm. And her name is Annie Mall. Ouch. Oh, it's you. Great. Love the name change. It suits you. You'll be pleased to know that you're not the only one adapting. With everything what's gone on lately, we're trying our hands at regenerative farming. This barn is to be our new farm shop, front and center. It needs to look the part, and I know you got that covered. Don't you worry yourself about my pooches running around, getting in the way and biting your ankles. I've sent everyone I could find off to the dog cafe for the day. Oh, wow. That's, this is a big farm. This is a large map. My gosh, how far around can I go on the map? I see you hiding back here, gnome. There we go. There's my cool van. Hey, Dre, welcome on in. Happy birthday. Pardon me. Wow. Okay, this is big. This is a big map. I like the little SUV. It's a lot of cars here. Okay, here are my cats. Well, there's one cat. Oh, I think that's the house that we washed in a previous one. Oh, there's the... Okay, that's what cat be doing. You're just going to chill on the car? Nice. Okay. Is that another gnome? I thought I saw another, like, pointy hat. Okay, I'm missing a third cat, and I'll find them later. Let's see if we can maneuver ourselves on top of the roof. Nice. Oh, wow. There's like more silos over there, and there's a windmill. The mountains. Okay. I'm not going to really be able to use this gnome strategically. So that's fine. What am I? Okay, let's. Because like I can't use the gnome as like a hover pack. Do you know if you've heard about all the gerrymandering our friendly mayor Jeff Jefferson's been doing lately? Well, he's just changed the town boundaries so that our little farm's in Pumpkin Town and not Muckingham. I know exactly why. I'm gonna change the color since we're doing Winter Storm. I'm gonna go for a blue. There we go. Looking like bad special effects, like bad lasers in a like a. I'm thinking the Tomorrow People, really, like, or old horror films. I could fall off of this thing at any second, and I probably will, several times. Well, I got the cap done. That's my secret cap. I'm always dirty. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to get this without being... Like, I'll go downstairs and see if I can, how much the extending nozzle can get up here, but I think that... hey, Puka, good morning. I think that I am going to have to use some soyfuses. Oh, there's a hatch. Interesting. Yeah. What other things have I discovered with telenomic technology? Right now, I've been able to get myself up to the top of the silo. I can probably get myself up to the top of the barn, but I'm not sure. Unfortunately, telenomic technology can only take you up, up, up. It cannot, you cannot hover. And that is unfortunate. So yeah, I can use it to fly, but I can't like use it to hover. Okay. Oh, actually, okay. The extending nozzle is not doing too bad. Okay, let's hop down here. Okay, actually, that is not the worst. I thought it would be far worse at getting stuff. Oh, thank you for the clip. I appreciate that. Hey, Hoomst, welcome on in. Okay. So I think each of the trim has its own piece of the map. So the question is, Like, yeah, get it. Oh, this okay. So a silo panel in the trim. Okay, in that case, we're gonna get the bass first. As the song said, bass in your face. Sorry, gnome. I just left you out here. You did your work, and I tossed you like a peel of a discarded banana. Um, I fell down a small music rabbit hole because there are some of the accounts on social are like, hey, did you know this about this song and this about this song? And sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. So I was thinking about the song. What I learned is that Ace of Base, which I jokingly called the new ABBA, their song "Don't Turn Around" was actually written for Tina Turner and did not do well. And other artists took it and also did not do well until a reggae group in the UK covered it and it hit number one. And then Ace of Base covered it, and Ace of Base was, we loved ourselves some random ass pop shit in the 90s. So I was like, okay. So that definitely was not on my songs I didn't know were covers. Okay, panel. And yeah, when you listen to Tina Turner's version, it's a very pop rock. It's very Tina Turner. And then the next person was an R&B singer, and it didn't do well. And then the reggae group in the UK covered it, and that's, I think, what probably got it on the attention of Ace of Base's producers. Another thing I saw on Instagram, which was pretty good, I don't know if they released the track or not, is somebody was going in to songs where Nicki Minaj had done the rap and replacing them with other artists. So he replaced Nicki Minaj with Doichi on a song, and it really worked. And I'm like, yeah, that I'm fine with this level of revisionism. Revision. What is it with me and the R words? I don't get them right. It's weird. But I'm fine with this level of revisionium. I never just ugh. I'm gonna shut up now. And honestly, if you listen to Tina's version of that, it also has a lot of Simply the Best in it. I feel like the way that they arranged her version, sorry, not even her cover, her version of Don't Turn Around, I feel like that died in the flames and turned into Simply the Best later on. But yeah, as somebody who enjoys a lot of disco music, you already get an ear for, hey, wait a second, I've heard this song before. Because generally, a lot of the songs that turned into disco were also ballads. They were yacht rock. They eventually got like the beat and turned into a disco track. So you kind of already have an ear for, wait a second, I know where that sample's from, or I know where that song is. Revisionism? Revision. Oh, yeah. See, okay, that makes me mad. If you put the word in front of me, then I'm like, oh, that word. Brains are weird, y'all. Brains are weird. No, I can't say that. I'm I already I already know that I can't say that phrase. Well played. I cannot say rural juror. That's no. I will cop to the amount of practice that it must have taken them to be able to just flawlessly pop that out when they needed to. Because rural juror is really, that's like I'm having to actively switch processes into saying it right when I say it. Like, yeah. Because otherwise, rurals is rural. 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 And that's how I like when you're like, oh, I know my parents and I are related. When my mother says rural, it's the same thing. I now because I've had to deal with the word rural and urban in my job so much, it happens easier. But yeah, rural is just rural. If I'm not thinking about it, rural, rural, rural. Worse when you have the roadways, rural route. Who thought that was a good phrase? Who thought rural route was a good thing to have all over the fucking place? Urban fervor. I like urban fervor. But it sounds like I've just opened it sounds like I've opened a cafe with someone named Ferber, like urban fervor. The churlish squirrel whirled to unfurl its tail curl. Why are you, my dear? Why am I auditioning? Am I taking elocution lessons? Hey, dance lover, welcome on in. That'd be an awful redeem. You can send me a phrase and I can look at it all I want, but I only get to do one take. That would be awful. There we go. Oh, I see. Yeah, I haven't watched Schitt's Creek. Okay, hold on. Can I get this without moving this ladder? Maybe. Okay, I don't actually know what that last word is. So is it A or E? So Elizabeth's elocutionist estimates established estivation. All right. Did I get all the panels? I did, but the roof. Oh, the roof. The roof. All right. We're going to have to, yeah, this is just because now, unfortunately, I can do the most dangerous thing ever, which is use the power washer from here, which is just awful. Thank you for hanging out, Puddle Glum. Have a wonderful day. Hope people aren't awful. Uh-oh. I'm drifting. Yeah, the joystick drift is going to kill me, literally. Hold on. I missed something. Oh, Menomina, yeah. Speaking of Menomina, um, the Muppets show's coming back. I don't quite know how to feel about that. Um, all right. The roof rim. So this is where I'm not sure. Hold on. Let's try getting this from here. So the problem is now I'm too sticky. Now the game is like, now you're sticking to everything now. Okay, let's try this over here. Oof. Okay. I'm going to need a different... There we go. Time for me to get out my triple tip. Just the triple tip? Just the triple tip. It is nowhere near as precise. But it's time to get out the Neptune nozzle. Okay, I've got the silo roof. The rim, though. The rim. Uh-oh. Am I... Oh, my encoder. Oh, my encoder's overloaded. Let's see if it calms down. I might be doing the most. Let me also check myself. For myself. Because I'm not dropping any frames. Now I'm watching me look at me on my phone. Let me go back to the game and do a slow spin. It looks okay here. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Uh... So on mobile, it seems fine, but on web, I'm definitely seeing some issues. So let me check my... Okay. Let me check Inspector just to be sure, because I am seeing some frame drops. No, it says no unstable events. This is the wildest thing, though. I gotta tell you, um, when you are when you are doing when you're doing the duel, um, you are sending so many media tracks now. Like, I am sending 3 portrait and 3 landscape. And they all seem to be doing okay. Although the one landscape's kind of high. Like, I wish that were lower. But I think when you do the Twitch enhanced broadcast, it sort of takes over. So okay, I'll continue because I was having a little hitchiness on mobile. But we'll keep going. If it does get super bad, let me know, and I don't know what I can do about that. Okay, thank you. That's enough, phone. Calm down. Okay. The roof rim. All right, let me highlight the roof. The silo. Let me highlight the whole silo. Oh, okay. It was the hatch a little bit. And then Something specific? Is it the toppy bit or the bottomy bit of the rim? Words you say when doing power washing. It must be the toppy bit. So let's see if we can let's see if we can do our gnome flight to get up there. There we go. Bye, gnome. Glad the gnome doesn't break. Okay, yeah, this is going to be very weird angles of stuff. Nope. Oh, God. Oh, God. Um, 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 just gonna, be real careful about hugging this edge. Real careful. Oh, dang it. I was so close. Okay, yeah, so it's all the... Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. Whew, okay, that was it. All right, so the silo's done. So Freud will be having a field day with that. Let's see if we can use this to get ourselves over to the roof of the barn. Yep. Okay. Thank you, gnome. Oh. Okay, I really thought it was going to fall off. All right, back to the adaptable nozzle. It is truly the best nozzle. It's the all-rounder. Oh, I should take a break. That would be a healthy thing to do. So let me get this chimney. Oh, another word from Annie. You see, now we're in Pumpton. We can't draw water from the Kalakalama River. Our farming's instantly become completely unsustainable. The mayor's trying to shut me down, presumably revenge for my monks from the temple up there on the hill egging his mansion years ago. Okay, I knew it was the same house. This man's pettiness knows no bounds. So that over there, all the way in the distance, is the monk's house. And the reason the monks... So what happened... Oh, okay. What happened was a mudstorm, because of something the mayor did, a mudstorm came through and messed up the monk's temple. And then, let me double check over here. Yeah, it's saying encoding overload. See, this is what annoys me, is that the inspector's like, no, you're okay. But yeah, you may need to switch to... I feel like it might be trying to push the standard 1080 a little too hard, but the 720 is okay. All right, I think it's trying to push it too hard through. And I can't change that while I'm live. Dang it. Boo Earns. Also, Boo Earns Day isn't it soon? Or sorry, Boo Earns Night. Isn't that like tomorrow? I think, right? Okay. Good to know though, because I'm wondering, can I ratchet things down a little bit later on? Okay. But the monks had like a whole mudstorm hit their place, and then they all silently walked over to the mayor's mansion and egged it. And so you ended up cleaning their temple and you ended up cleaning the mayor's mansion. And yeah, it was kind of fun. But I am going to take a little break. I'm going to stand up and stretch my legs. I'm also going to see if it's possible for me to change. I think once I'm live, I cannot change the bitrate settings, especially with the enhanced broadcast. And this is a first for this happening. So I'm wondering if this is just a temporary thing because the regions are cold. Like some of the sites that I use weren't even working today because Cloudflare was also out. So I don't know what's going on today. But I will take a small break and I will BRB. Um, I'll keep an eye on the inspector to see if it's still freaky and yeah, but otherwise I will see you on the other side of the break. Bye bye. So this is interesting. Um, there is. Hold on a second. Do I have another display capture? Do I have another game capture in here? I do. Yeah, it is trying. Hold on a second. There we go. So it's trying to do a whole lot of streams for me. And what's interesting is that the top one um, is, so if you're on, yeah, if you're on vertical, you can, if you're on vertical, you can't see this, but the top one is actually higher than what I normally stream at. And that is the 1080p is going out at about like 7,000, 7,500. Is that, which I don't normally stream. I normally keep it around 6,000. So the Twitch enhanced broadcast is sending my stream at a higher bit rate than usual, and I think that is causing a problem. That's interesting. Because Twitch doesn't consider this to be unstable. It considers it to be fine. But because the enhanced broadcast controls all of this on its own, I don't think I have a way to get in there and change the granularity of it. So that's interesting. I mean, it's all over. And the thing is, it's all over the place. Okay. Well, that is interesting to know. I wonder if there's anything I can do about that without, because right now it is still in beta. Like it's a like a beta that you have to join if you want to be in this with the enhanced broadcasting for the dual format. But the enhanced broadcasting is also supposed to be if you want to send things at your, you want to specify things at different levels. So I'm wondering at the end of all of the beta testing if I'll be able to adjust that on my own, because I don't know where unless there's a setting that I'm not aware of. Let me see here. I'm checking my. Yeah, I'm not sure where I can touch that. So, okay. All right. Back to the farm or the farmhouse. So now we know that the mayor is trying to shut this farm out of petty revenge, which is not healthy. So, boo. And yeah, if you are having issues with the stream, try readjusting to one speed down, which I know isn't the optimal, not the optimal or intended viewing experience. But yeah, I don't think that happened the last time that we did this, that I can recall. But that also explains why when you use the enhanced broadcast and you stream in dual format, your outgoing bitrate in OBS looks so much higher because it is sending actively multiple streams at multiple bit rates. All from my tiny little box. Hey, CamDev, welcome on in. On the YouTube side, how you doing? I tried adjusting the latency on the YouTube side, so unfortunately I don't have captions over there, but I should be a little more snappy interactive-wise. But I hope that your Saturday is going well. We are just doing some power washing because I missed this game, and doing something that doesn't require a lot of thought on a day when it's just super cold outside feels right. Okay, let's see here. I guess we'll just start with the roof. The roof ridge. Hey, Kryzakon, it is indeed too cold. It makes sense to be washing the roof first, though, because all the water is just, like, would be running off. But the roof is definitely not going to be as satisfying because you got to do the whole roof to get the completion versus small parts of the roof. Okay, we're going to turn on the auto nozzle. Why am I vertical? I have other options. There are options now. If you're watching on your phone, you can click a little button to take me to the normal, or you can just turn your phone. But there should be a little button on the phone to go to classic view, and you can watch me that way. Yeah, I do not know what's going on. I don't know what's going on today for me, whether, like, I'm going to stay inside. I just don't know what I'm going to do today. I suppose it could be a good movie day. It could be a good day to read a book or two, or five. Scumfang in Steven's Discord was posting that, like, we'll use anything to measure anything except for actual measurements. So it was like the book forecast. How many books are you going to read during the winter storm? You're watching on the iPad and the video is freezing constantly. So if you have the ability on a different platform, if you're able to switch to toggle the video settings and toggle it down to either auto or to like 720p, that might fix it. Because yeah, I got that. I got that here. Yeah. So try toggling it down one level. And see if that helps. Because yeah, let me test that for myself as well. Oops, hold on a second. First off, let me look at it in my browser. Okay, so if I do quality auto, and then, yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So, oh wait, now I'm getting unstable. For 1.3 minutes, it has been unstable. Because you're trying to put through too many things. So what's interesting is I'm not dropping any frames in OBS. So OBS is pushing everything through as it's supposed to. It's so cold, even the stream is freezing. Hey. Okay. So yeah, there was actually a little minute slice of time that is that's unstable, and it says it may be stable again. So it's something. It's as somebody who works in IT and also works in a sort of customer service, customer facing IT role. Rolling out things without adequate explanation of what's going to happen is definitely one of my pet peeves. And like not having an entire explainer to say, hey, here's what enhanced broadcast dual format actually does. Using enhanced format and using enhanced broadcasting and dual format, you are going to be sending out 6 streams at various resolutions. And it'd be nice if it would tell me how to like also make sure that that is like locked down to a rate that I want to send at, because I'm sending currently with the enhanced broadcasting, I'm sending my normal stream at a higher bit rate than I normally would. That's one reason it's probably hitching every now and then. Um, and there should be a test to say, hey, are you do you have enough resources to send multiple streams at all of these bit rates? And like that's that's fine. It's fine. But I do wish that I could change it myself, and I can't. At least not that I'm aware of. So the vertical experiment may remain just that for a while. Like as in it was fun. It was fun. And we will not do it. The vertical experiment, I will admit, was primarily to see about. Oh no, by gnome. Was primarily to see about streaming to TikTok, and that's not a thing that I plan to do anymore. So we can probably go back to our regularly scheduled program. But it is cool to know how to do and to put together the vertical canvas, and to be able to save the stream clips in vertical is really cool. Okay. But you know what? He doesn't figure out how us country folk fight back. We've been studying up on polycultures, rotating crops and animals, minimal water usage, just what we needed. If the county mayor thinks he's stitched us up, then he can think again. Yeah, don't mess with farmers. Like, I would not bet on farmers to lose. If it comes down to a fight of pure stubbornness, yeah, I wouldn't bet against the farmers. Um, yeah, no, if we were playing something that was like super animated narrative, all that, I would stop the stream and go back to the normal ways. But I'll look to see if there's a way that I can adjust those settings on my side. Which I believe with the enhanced broadcast, you can. But with the enhanced dual format beta, I think you can't. And that's, like, you got to figure tech stuff out. And sometimes the only way to figure tech stuff out is by doing the tech. And that is a pain in the butt. Okay. Speaking of pain in the butt, finding all the little specky specks. I made the color blue on a blue roof. That's on me. Hey, Baltimore Pisces, welcome on in. I hope that you're doing well. I hope that you're staying warm, because I know you're up the road. And we haven't gotten anything yet in our area. But yeah, essentially everybody's saying, come evening, it is game on. Okay, yeah, I was afraid of that. I got it. The roof also, these little edgy bits count as the roof. So let's get the little edgy bits. That makes me wonder, if you have a horror movie on a vineyard, is it like the terroir of terror? Hey Rex, welcome on in. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry for the, there we go. Hey, Green Bean Phoenix, warmth. What's that? It is. There is no joke out here. It is no joke. Um, I will say the cold has not yet sapped my will to live, but it's getting there. There were a few hard discussions with myself at 7:15 to be like, should I just stay in bed and not? Should I stay in bed and not do that? Um, oh, that is really nice. I thankfully because I'm in an apartment building, it's not a big issue. Um, but yeah, now is the time to know your neighbors, if at all possible. Oh my god, the Cabernet of Dr. Caligari. Oh wow. That is awful and you should feel bad. I know you don't, but you should. Okay, the question is the roof also is it also like the little outside bit? Okay, we're gonna do what we shouldn't do. It is, because this game is mean. Speaking of mean, I can't even get purchase on this roof. Hold on. There we go. All right. Well, while we're here, let's get the eaves. The question is, can I jump back on the roof now? Oh no. Am I stuck down here? Oh no! Oh no! Okay. Okay, let's see here. So, is there another little place for me to stand on this side? There is not. No! Oh, come on, game. Now you're just being mean. Okay, got the roof. Finally. I'd probably be better off doing this with a mouse. Yeah. Cause I like when you start doing this, why was the roof always odd? Because it's lost its eaves. Okay, so with the extending nozzle, you can get quite a lot cleaned. The triple tip nozzle has a lot of pressure, so it hits everything hard. So if you really don't want to get down there, oh, we got a new job available. Peak cleaning. What do you like with coordinates? We found a goodness knows what over at Power Falls, but it's way out in the wilderness. Ooh, that looks like a little Stonehenge temple dealy. Like Children of the Stone, which I feel like you need to be a American Gen X kid or, well, actually a UK Gen X kid too, to know Children of the Stone. Pause to see if anybody knows what I'm talking about. I won't be surprised if you don't. I might have the title wrong. I think it was Children of the Stone. Might be People of the Stone. Okay, the problem with that window is there's going to be a whole top part that you can't get runoff onto. And then there's going to be the sill that so I'm going to have to get up there for that. But not yet. Children of the Stones. Okay, so yeah, when we were starting, when cable was like hitting us, we had the network Nickelodeon here in the U.S. and it was primarily the children's, like, not necessarily cartoons. Like if your kids were advancing past that, so it had like kids variety shows. That's how we all know who Alanis Morissette is from You Can't Do That on Television. But they imported, they had a segment on Nickelodeon, I've talked about this before, I'm sure, called The Third Eye. And they imported like sci-fi and light horror. But again, like it was for younger audiences, so it wasn't like super scary. And one of them was Children of the Stones, where this man and his son move to a village and there are like stone formations around it. And the son, I was going to drink my coffee. Don't drink the coffee. Don't put it down before you have a sip. And his son starts developing some kind of psychic connection to it. And it turns out like people are going out and turning into stones, but it always has a line that I specifically remember when the boy like gets a weird vibe off of something. His dad's like, oh, probably some static electricity. And he says very specifically, nope, I was wearing leather gloves. Leather's a non-conductor. And again, that's just one of those random lines that I remember. Because I don't remember the whole like, I think because like that kind of like, it was good, but it wasn't like great. So I don't have a like super vivid memory of the whole series. I think it was a series. I don't think it was a movie. It might have been a whole movie special thing. Or it might have been a movie they chopped up into series, because I know The Third Eye was more about episodic than a whole special. But even before The Third Eye, that's how I started watching The Tomorrow People, which is still one of my favorite of that era, like British like videotape sci-fi shows. To the point where Nickelodeon tried to make their own, and that did not go well. And then the CW, I think it was the CW who tried to make their own. And I don't believe it did. I don't believe it went well. Like it was like as many CW shows about teenagers were. It was a bunch of hot and sexy people, but the show itself wasn't very good. Trying to remember the X-Files episode. I was thinking about. Okay, so it was a serial. Okay, so yeah. Only 7? I feel. Okay, so the pacing on that show must have been dreadful because I feel like it was longer than that. But I was when Kosim's comment made me think about the X-Files episode where Mulder and Scully like they go to the neighborhood that has like the weird HOA, and Mulder just flaunts it by like putting up a basketball hoop in the driveway and stuff. I can't remember what it was that was protecting, like, that was keeping the thing clean. Like, what, like, was somebody controlling, like, an ancient demon or goblin or something? I can't remember what it was. I'll have to look that one up later. But there was Children of Stone. There was also Into the Labyrinth. I think that was the name of the show. Into the Labyrinth. It was like 2 kids chasing after a sorceress who had stolen something called the Nidus. Let me get to a stopping point and look all this up. The rear door. Get the rear door. You got to clean your rear door. This is the equivalent of a bidet, I guess. There we go. The rear door is clean. Okay, if you want to if you want to show that you will never be able, that you could watch the whole thing without anybody telling you how long it is, and later on you could not tell anybody how long the episode was, watch Sapphire and Steel. If someone took away all the clocks, all the, like, didn't let you pause, didn't have a clock around you, didn't let you look at your phone, and let you watch one episode of Sapphire and Steel, you would definitely not know if you had watched it for 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 2 hours. It is so full of nothing happening. It's amazing. And a lot of the British sci-fi and suspense relied on nothing happening. Like, what's going on? Nothing. Oh, wow. Okay, I admit I've not thought about Dead Can Dance in a minute. Where is Dirty on this wall? Never mind. Okay, I know I don't think I got all of this, because, like, I probably got to get up there a bit, don't I? Okay, let's get this lamp if we can. We're like halfway finished. That's not bad. We might not finish the whole thing today, which is fine. I'll finish it off stream. Yeah, I think I need to get back up there to do stuff. They did fix... Okay, they fixed the problem with the with the triple tip nozzle that it does the water sound, so it doesn't do that anymore. That's nice. But yeah, I think I need to be like on top of stuff to get down there. So let's move you. A bottle episode where the plot is the bottle. Wow. Oh, yep. Okay. Yeah, this, I mean, I'm sure there's a way to like hang on the ledge up here. And I'm surprised that we didn't get the abseiling for the barn. That piece of that equipment would have made sense here. Okay. Well, that didn't go exactly as planned. Oh, the merman's missing gems. Okay, so this is another thing coming up. Fellow fans of mystery, anyone got any juicy theories on who might have stolen the merman's gems? Okay. Okay, I can see more unstable bitrate stuff going on. So I think the enhanced broadcast dual vertical, dual format for now is an interesting experiment that I will hold off on until there's more configuring that I can do on my side. But, you know, it's cute. I'll give it that. I think what's interesting is even if you didn't actually broadcast in vertical, you could still record a vertical version. So if you have a specific format for your shorts, you could set that canvas up and then record that. So you'd already have it ready. So when it came time later to editing your video, you'd already have a vertical version that you could just snip, put captions on, and be done. So you could still use it to save some time. That's another reason I don't like using this nozzle is that it leaves behind all the little fiddly bits. So yeah, not a great thing. The missing merman gems. Cuddy Sarkeesian. Yeah, I know exactly who it was. Peter Wrangler, 38 Acacia Avenue. He's always moaning about the merman. Plus, he owns an angle grinder. I know because he's always cutting bricks in his yard. Case closed. Okay, you can't just accuse somebody because he has an angle grinder. Sounds like you got an axe to grind, buddy. That was awful. So yeah, tomorrow for the Animal Crossing, I won't bother with the vertical. I'll just do the normal. I'll take apart all of this stuff today because I have nothing but time to sit here and freeze my ass off. Well, they even gave us 2 scaffoldings for this one. They're like, you're going to need them. What was the job where they were like, I can't remember what show it was, where somebody had just gotten a job and they like bring 2 pairs of something, and the person was like, "Why 2 pairs?" And I was like, "You'll know when it happens." Hey Mer, welcome on in. Okay, yeah, let's finish off the roof if we can. I feel like it was a Simpsons joke, but I also haven't caught up. I've not caught up or kept up with the Simpsons, so for all I know, that show has stayed pretty darn good or has gotten awful. I don't know which. I also don't know if I can just walk down there. Okay, I feel like the gutter is... Okay, is this... Can I safely walk... Oh, it looks like I can safely be on this without falling. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Put it all together, take it apart. I do wonder if Cutty Sark... Because I think Cutty Sark is like they're trying to make a ship reference because it's the merman. Okay, that's one. Let's try... Get this one over here. We'll try not to fall off the roof. But yeah, I believe we will call the January 2026 tech experiments at an end. Because, yeah, it's not quite ready for prime time. There we go. Okay. At least not on my system. Which I'm already aware, like it's starting to flag with some new games and things like that, so it may just as well be as much me and my internet as it is anything else. Those are the sponsorships that we need. Like, can Twitch hook up like partners and affiliates with our local internet people to maybe like sponsor us for higher speeds? That would be great. I don't want Amazon to try and become their own internet provider, though. I'm trying to figure out, is this part of the roof? I feel like the gutter and the roof are touching. Because I'm not seeing a whole lot of... Okay, can we stand in the gutter? No, we can't stand in the gutter. There's a joke there, and I don't want to think about it. Okay. I sometimes think cleaning out the gutter, really, like that's just gonna get filthy again. So I guess, yeah, if I'm not using the vertical canvas to stream, I could set it up to record every time. Or I could set up the button where if a clip is taken, then it does the replay buffer. So it only records like a little bit of the stream. It could be interesting. Unfortunately, it still means that every game isn't set for vertical anyway. So yeah. Aw, I mean, you raise a fair point, Kay. You do. Okay, yeah. I was wondering, Jory, why there are no gutter guards. I mean, it's bad up there. Although this just looks like mud and hay, so hey James, welcome on in. Yeah, also the dirt in this world doesn't follow dirt rules. Like, there we go. Like, stuff being dirty on the top of things is just unfair. Okay. Over here? Yeah, I feel like there's up here as well. Yeah, being able to get, like, around things would be nice. Okay, got that. The door frame. How is the door frame? What? See, yeah, the door frame is this thing. Are you dirty on the top? I don't think so. Oh, wait, yeah, you are. Okay, you're dirty on the top. Gotcha. Okay, this still needs the roof done and the gutters. The roof is an awkward angle, so I can get it from under here. I know. This dirt is just out here trying to do what dirt does, and I'm here ruining its whole thing. Rogan, thank you for the resub. Welcome on in. I'm out here trying to wash a roof and get us to like 69. And it refuses. All right. Where's my gnome? Oh, I haven't even used this. Wow. Uh-oh, where'd my gnome go? Is the gnome still up there? Did I goof? I think I left the gnome on the roof. Oh well. I sure did. It helps if I grab the gnome when I go up to the roof, though. Can I pick up the gnome from here? I can. Okay. Sorry, we have to like reverse fly ourselves via gnome travel. Okay, and let's put you there and then... Like... Yeah, you need to be on the ground. Alright. Hey, Melissa, welcome on in. Jory. Well, well, well. Alright, let's... get up in here. And try not to fall off the roof. Okay, yeah, let's use this. I like we can get a nice clean line into something. It just goes. Although the gutter is still quite dirty. Probably because there's like this as well. It's almost like they purposely made this awkward. And admittedly, they also believe that everyone's going to use all the tools at their disposal. They don't think people are going to actively avoid the ladders because they haven't watched Steven or I stream this game. Because why would you avoid ladders in this game? They're there to help. But as House of Pain sang, it is simply more fun if you jump around. Yeah, Twitch is definitely being twitchy. It's partly my fault. If you use... if you can change your viewing to like 720, it should be a little bit better. PowerWash innuendo is your anxiety code. It is totally fine because there is a whole lot of innuendo in this game. I'm sure it's not as devs intended, but it is what the devs got. I mean, I'm out here kneeling in a gutter trying to get, I'm out here kneeling in the gutter. So that one writes itself. But I don't know where on the roof is dirty. So I'm going to have to let it go until later. And yeah, I can also tell like chat is a little behind live, which it usually isn't. So yeah, this is an interesting diversion that did not work out completely well, and it's good to know. Yeah, sometimes beta testing, you need to actually like have workshops and things like that. Have people in, make sure they know what they're doing, make sure they know what to expect. Little stuff like that. Oh, pardon me. I got to get up here in the crack. I had to spray right up in the crack of the gutter. There we go. Roof is clean. It looks like this roof eaves is all one piece, so we'll go boot it. We'll go do that. I didn't even do the front door first. Hey, 69%. Nice. Okay, so maybe I will go. We'll go until I finish the barn. So we may run a little bit over time, but after this, we'll go over and say hi to Steven. Okay, we're back to the Merman's Missing Gems group chat. Bobby Wicks. Hate to break it to you, Cuddy, but I don't think it was Pete, mate. Joe Average. According to the press release, the Merman was guarded 24/7 by a state-of-the-art security force. No way an average Joe could do it. Fran Shepard. What about someone with access to Sponge Valley tech? Blake Thrust? Persephone Wu? Except he disappeared, though. Or did he disappear? Also, I have not gotten this side of the... Oh, gosh. Okay, we might be here a minute. So yeah, they've mentioned that when they talk about the dev diaries, they are working on stuff, and they have mentioned that the number, a big thing that keeps coming up is we would love to be able to reread the story, because the story is an element of the game. Some people pay attention to it, some people ignore it. I like to pay attention to it because the story just gets weirder along the way, and the fact that you can no longer replay the narrative after you're done is like, boo, because maybe I missed something. Okay. Run over time. I know. I've got so much to do today. I have to decide which comfy socks I'm gonna put on. I have to decide after my shower which hoodie is gonna be worn today. How many layers of stuff I'm gonna put on around the house. I've got so many decisions. So much to do. I don't know how I'm possibly going to get it all done. Hey, Tony D, welcome on in. I will say, if you're experiencing issues with the stream, try for today knocking it down to 720p if you're noticing frames skipping and hitching, because Twitch is not being kind to my encoder today. Okay, this thing is just in the way. Aha. Okay, we'll use the cool thing. We'll use the cool thing. Like, the scissor lift is cool, and it's very handy. I will grant it that. I wish it could be like in other games where you can have one person driving it, like they can move it around while you're on it. I really like the game. It's nice. It's chill. I don't usually do simulator games because they want to be too real or too fictionally real. Like there was one I tried that was Lawnmower Simulator, and it immediately started talking about engines and torque and all this, and I was like, this is not what I came here. I did not come here for this kind of game. Okay, let's... Longest nozzle. Okay. Sorry. For the mermaid's missing gems, Sonia Alamudin. Honestly, guys, I don't care who stole them, only who gets them back. They were priceless, not to mention scientifically inexplicable. We still have no idea how they work. Yeah, it's me who's trying out the vertical stream on Twitch, and it is not going well today. I don't know why, because it was fine on previous days. So I suspect there might be something special about either today or my internet or someone else's internet, because I have noticed that there were some Cloudflare sites that were down. So it might just be the general state of the internet right now. But yeah, I think I'm going to call the vertical streaming an interesting experiment, and I'm not going to worry about it too much. Can I raise this? Can I raise the lift anymore? Hello? The other thing is targeting in this game is very, like, I'm trying to target the scissor lift, and I can't. Like, I'm pointing right at it, and I can't. So, yeah, that was doomed. All right, let's pick you up and place you over there. You love farming sims, but Harvest Moon have a stretch where they try to go too realistic. Yeah, I see. I like simple farming sims. Like if you say, "Oh, plant this and grow this, and it'll be done in a few days," that's fine. I don't have to worry about like yield and fertilizer and all. Like that's too much to worry about. That's a lot. Oof. Take care, Kiwi. I hope that you have a wonderful evening. And thank you for stopping by. It's good to see you. We are at 81%. Let me... Where's my gnome? Where's my gnome? There's my gnome. I'm getting the hang of the gnome flight now. Okay, you go over there. There you go. Okay. Oh, I'm definitely going to fall off. Hey, Amalia. Oh, wait. We're good? We're good. Okay. Is this, I think, is everything the front door frame? Okay, what? Nope. Okay. I feel like it's going to be, again, that part at the top. Okay, I was thinking about that because I thought maybe tomorrow would be some Animal Crossing, but it is winter in Animal Crossing, so it may match my outside. I guess if I make a dream island, can you designate the dream island as a different climate? So then you could flip it. That might be something you could do. All right, I'm going to have to... Is it the corner? Is it like the tiniest, teeniest corners that you're dirty? Yep, gotcha. Okay, lower the scissor lift. All right, we are almost done. Let's see. You played a shelter game that was unrealistic and too detailed. Bathing dogs, give vaccines, intakes, adoptions, but you were the only employee. I yeah, I played one. It wasn't like animals. It was definitely sort of like a Pokemon type deal. And and yeah, it at some point there's a point where it almost like you need levels of granularity with your simulator games. Like, I don't mind doing certain things, but sometimes I just want to do a thing. I don't want the thing to also be a mini game. So like washing a pet, like I don't need there to be weird timers or things like that. Like I just want to do it. So yeah, simulators that make everything into a mini game is a lot. I mean, honestly, for me, Stardew is right out just because of the fishing. Like I judge every fishing minigame against Stardew Valley, and generally I'm like, ugh, ugh. Hey, DC, welcome on in. Speaking of other people who were having a little bit of streaming tech issues, DC was doing Tech Friday yesterday. I was lurking for a bit, and then I went away to have a meeting, and I came back, and the stream was gone. So I saw that there were tech issues. I'm having some streaming issues today. Doing the dual format is definitely killing the game. Really? Wow. Okay. So yeah, that happened. Sorry, I was looking outside. I need to stop being distracted. All right. Well, the PowerWash Simulator was like, not too much. And I do suspect it's simply because it's doing a lot of work on my end. So let's see if we can get back into it and finish that map. And if not, then we'll just chill and do something else. I hope it saved my progress. I hope it doesn't like reset me all the way back to like 70% or something. Oh, yeah. Okay, PowerWash Simulator doesn't want to run. So, since the issues are persisting, as are the horrors, I believe what I will do is I will see if Steven's already streaming. We'll go over and say hi. Yeah, Steven's got more Hades going on. So let's go over and say hi to Steven. So yeah, we're gonna wind down earlier than usual today. Because yeah, having issues on my end and not really sure what the deal is, but it might be time for a few reboots and a few resets and taking out the vertical and taking out the Twitch enhanced broadcast. Because yeah, it's been a little bit of a butt today, and I'm not in the mood for all of that. It's already cold enough outside. I don't need frustration. So I'll come over here And yeah, it might even take time for stream to catch up with y'all, depending on which stream you're watching. But yeah, thank you for the resubs. Thank you for hanging out today. I will call this an unsuccessful test. So yeah, yeah, there's definitely a delay. And we're gonna raid into Steven shortly. So yeah, we are going to have that's about it for me. But that's okay because tomorrow I'm going to be back and trying to do the same thing. This is interesting now because I do feel like I am making a log for a video game because Chad is not seeing this in real time. So you'll be able to watch this back later as you collect one of 53 of my audio logs to you. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and start a raid over for Steven, and we'll go over there. And I will be on the internet today around per usual. But yeah, things are bad. I might run some test streams later on. I might not. I may just do it on the tech side so you can't see this test stream happening. But yeah, something's up and it's not going well. So tomorrow we'll be back to normal. We'll reset everything the way it normally is and the way it's normally set up. There won't be a vertical stream. And yeah, that's all there is to it. So let me start the raid and I'll do all the outro stuff. You thought the captions were behind, but the captions were in real time and the video is behind. That I guess I should have said that. Pay attention to the captions because they're with me in real time. But yeah, so we're gonna go in with a hashtag #urbraid with my love and disco emote, the virtual hug emote. If you are not a subscriber, it's totally fine. You can find me making content on Blue Sky and YouTube and my blog at urbanbohemian.com. I just wrote a new blog post the other day. The other day was yesterday. And yeah, but otherwise, there's a link to my Discord. And there are the raid calls. Once again, feel free to copy them as you like. And yeah, we'll see you over at Steven's chat. Yeah. Today's just being weird. So I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to hop over to the end screen.